you do know this is Canada, right?
Yeah, I know, Reg. But this is it. This is what we've been dreaming about our whole lives. We're on the brink of becoming fantastically rich and famous.
The musical comedy The Cocksure Lads movie tells the story of a fictional British band making its first North American tour stop in Toronto. The movie is the brainchild of Murray Foster, who's perhaps better known these days as a member of Great Big Sea. The movie is based on a soundtrack that he wrote with former Moxie Pruvis bandmate Mike Ford. The two of them are joining us this morning in studio. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning to you, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, it is morning. You're good with that?
We're very good.
You're very. I know you've been sitting in the green room drinking coffee for a while. So, who are the Cocksure Lads? Where did these guys come from?
The Cocksure Lads started as an in-joke between Mike and I several decades ago. Well, 7 decades ago, I think.
Seven?
Mike? Yeah,
7.5.
Mike and I love early 60s Britpop, and we started writing songs in that genre, in the 90s. And just to make each other laugh. And, over the last sort of 5 years, we said, let's record a CD of these songs. We had about 20 at that point. And that CD turned into, let's shoot a video, let's shoot a short film, and then let's do a feature film. And so now we have a feature film with the Cocksure Lads.
So what's the film about?
Film is about the Cocksure Lads, fictitious band from England, come to Toronto on their first ever tour, and they get into an argument about royalties, and they split up. And they scatter across our great city, and they drink, and they fight, and they meet women, and they take baths. And so the real question is, are they going to, sort it out and reunite in time for their big show?
Is this what real life is like for members of a band?
With this guy in a band,
yes.
yeah.
The film
is
is
a nightmare to be in a band with.
The film is a love letter to Toronto, a love letter to British invasion music, The Who, the Beatles, Herman's Hermits, and a love letter to taking baths, really.
And a love letter to this Austrian woman that I met a few years ago. Really, it's a coded love letter.
We don't need to go
in between
there.
the lines.
We don't need to go there. So one of the things I love about this, I love the actors, and I was saying to you before we were on camera that they reminded me a bit of the Monkees because they're adorable and they have mishaps, but you still cheer for them. But you found these actors on Craigslist?
Yeah. It's a non-union movie, so we went non-union, and so when you do that, you don't get a casting agent and say, go find us actors. You put an ad on Craigslist and start doing hundreds of auditions.
And you found your boy band.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
the fellow who plays the lead singer, Lyndon Ogburn, we needed to have someone who could do that twinkle in the eye like Davy Jones, but without adding a twinkle. He could do it. He could do it just naturally.
Just naturally.
So it's like, that's him.
Yeah.
So are they your alter egos? These Cocksure Lads? Channel a little bit of yourselves in there?
Well, the band is kind of a fictitious imagination that we had. We created these 4 characters in our head, and we'd phone each other and just go, Derek, the lead guitarist, loves Scrumpy Jack.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And so we just kept imagining them. But then when these real people embodied them, it's three-dimensional.
Came to life, yeah.
And you want this to be a TV show as well. Is that your vision for
Yeah,
these guys?
we're pitching a TV show. We've written the pilot for it. Yeah, the TV show would be a bit darker. It would be the sort of, this is a comedy, so it's just like, I don't want to give away the end, but in the TV show it would be certainly the whole arc, the formation as well as the height of fame and then the breakup of the band.
So you had the songs written. What was it like then to write the screenplay around the songs?
It was interesting. The first thing I did when I started to write the screenplay was sit down with a CD which had 12 songs on it and take those as 12 plot points. And so, for example, there's a song, Welly's in the Bath, so the guy in a bathtub wearing Wellington rubber boots. So it's like I somehow have to get a guy into a bathtub wearing boots, And so then you sort of I reverse engineered the plot from those 12 songs.
And you're not in it, right?
We kind of appear here and there behind the scenes, but there was a scene where it was in a cornfield, and we sing, we're like, Oklahoma, but that song wasn't on the CD. So
Plus there's copyright issues.
Yes, copyright.
So everyone is clear. The CD is you guys.
Yes.
It's not the actors.
Yeah. It all sprang from this fictitious idea that we had, and from that came the movie, from that came the CDs, from that came our live band, which viewers will see shortly.
Yes. All right. Thank you both for being here. And you're going to be back at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
We look forward to that. We're going to have a link to the Cocksure Lads movie on our website. And Murray and Mike will be playing at the end of the program, so be sure to stay with us for that.